wanted them to pray over
Let's go.
us. Okay. If we made a family travel mascot, what would it be?
Frederick the water buffalo.
And who is Frederick the water buffalo?
Frederick the water buffalo is a character my dad came up with when we were little. Like he would have little puppets, and we had Harry the lion and Frederick the water buffalo, and he's the underdog and he protects his family, and that's a great mascot. I would want to be Frederick the water buffalo. That's what I want to be when I grow up.
Frederick the water buffalo.
Frederick the water buffalo. Can't beat him. So he's the mascot.
Okay, here we are.
Here we are.
All right, we're Keith and Selena Towsley, and we're so excited that you're going to be joining us on this amazing journey. And before we get to that, I wanted Selena to just talk a little about our story.
It's a good one. So Keith and I, we first met on a roller coaster at an amusement park. Now, he should have told me something, but he was in for a ride as well. So, so you were 15.
15.
And I was a ripe old 18. And when I sat next to Keith, my sister invited me to go on this class trip with her. And I didn't want to go because we were all underclassmen and whatever. And yeah, she wanted to sit with her friend on the Gemini, which was a racing roller coaster that's been around since like the 70s. Anyways, I sat next to Keith and felt electricity. I still feel it sometimes. I'm not trying to be corny. It's true. When I think about that day, sometimes it was just such a beautiful, unexpected thing. And so I knew there was something up when you left to go hang out with other people. And I was like sad. And I was like, what is wrong with me? And so we really were inseparable ever since. Yeah.
And now after 20 years of marriage and many businesses and 5 children.
Many children. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, fast forward, right? Life comes at you fast. And so it's been a journey. It's been an adventure. And, owning a business is an adventure. Being married is an adventure. And having kids is an adventure. And you roll it all together. And it can be a lot. It can be a lot to navigate.
It is a lot.
It is a lot to navigate. And so, marriage is hard. Business can be hard. And so we really, over the past few years, really got a heart for marriage. A lot of entrepreneurs would say that they want to 10x their business. None of them would sacrifice their family for that. And so about 5, 6, 7 years ago, somewhere in there, I definitely felt a shifting in my heart and my mind, and could feel myself going one direction. And
I was not coming with you.
No, and it was kind of a scary feeling. And, just realizing that, wow, I could focus on my business and I could lose my family in the process. And so really it's been a focus really over the past 5 years has been, okay, how do I get myself out of the day-to-day operations? How do we create a business that doesn't rely upon us 100%? And so that we can utilize the most precious thing we have, and that's time. And we didn't want to have to, go through heartache to realize that.
Yeah.
And so here we are, and because of my awareness of time,
Obsessively so, but yeah.
The time is short, it's fleeting, and we have very little of it. And our kids are getting older, and it's going faster and faster. So our oldest daughter, Aaliyah, she'll be a senior next year.
There she is.
And about a year ago, we were sitting down, and it just hit us like, oh my gosh, we only have just a small little bit of window with her.
And just us as a whole family unit together. That was like a rude awakening a little bit.
Yeah, it's a very short time, and you blink and it's over. And so we thought, wow, what if we did a trip? Maybe something unique and different. And what if we traveled for more than a month? And it kind of started that way. And it's like, well, how would we do that? Could we do that? And we're like, well, what if we traveled around the world? What would that look like?
Well, even before that, Keith and I, we love to travel together. Anybody who knows us is always like, "Are you home? We don't know what country you're in right now." We love it. It's our passion. And we've always brought our children into that along the way. But as Keith and I started traveling globally, we thought, hey, one day when we can, we would stay 3 months in different countries and then bring the kids over with their kids. And it felt a little bit further off, but the more we were talking about it, I feel like we just kept on going, why are we waiting? And then Aaliyah being a senior, something just clicked, and we're like, maybe we should do this trip now. Hey everyone, I am packing up the boys. I've enlisted my mother-in-law and ChatGPT to see and make sure that I'm not overpacking. I really think it's important that throughout this whole process that I bring everybody into it, because don't we just love the posts of like, everything is all perfectly packed and you're wondering how they did it, or I don't know, it's like the fast reel of it all happening, which I totally get and I appreciate. And but I just wanted to bring you into this moment of how utterly chaotic, I mean, just, things are everywhere. It's just a mess. So, we're starting off in Asia, which Vietnam is our first trip. Sorry, just trying to straighten this out. It was bugging me. We're starting off in Vietnam, Philippines. So like warm weather, as it is actually snowing outside my window right now, the boys' window. But so figuring that out, along with, I had them grab clothes for, just to help me for them, just to see what they love to bring. And of course, in pure 10-year-old, 11, 13-year-old fashion, it's like fleece. And so how important it is for me to, like, what I'm doing right now is laying it out, just to see and make sure that we have dry wicking shorts, neutral color shorts, because I don't know about your sons out there. I mean, we do this as adults, but not like guys do, like the same clothes. They wear the same clothes all the time. So with the girls, that's a different story, and that's another video. But figuring out how to make it simple for them so they're not overwhelmed. I feel like, even in general, their closets, they get so overwhelmed because there's so much. There's the hand-me-downs, there's the birthdays, there's Christmas, all of that. So I am getting that organized now. And so I will show you once I have everything kind of like all together. We're going to move to the next exciting step that I'm so happy and like, hello, are these, let me grab it, vacuum sealed, the bags that have like the pump that go in here. They're going to save tons of space because we're only bringing duffels on this. Okay, so I have the boys' stuff. I had it up in this loft area, and so here's the bags that I'm going to put the clothes in to shrink it down, but I want to give you the before and after. So this is Caden's bag. He's got one of the smaller ones, but I'm going to see what I can do to try to fit that bag. That bag might be too big, but we'll try it. And I'm excited to see how far down and how much room it saves me. So we'll be right back. Okay, here is the after of Caden's bag. This is unbelievable, like unreal. He has so much room in there. You fit him in two. And that's it, look at that. Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. Yeah, we can put shoes in there. And so, yeah, so we're gonna, these are their clothes that we have for their backpacks, for their carry-ons. And yeah, this is what we're doing. So we're gonna finish up and get this going.
For years, it was always the mindset of 10 years out, 20 years out, retirement age, right? But you get to that age and you're too old to really do the things you really want to do. You don't have the energy, and you definitely can't do it with your kids because they have their families. And so we just had this bold, audacious goal that, hey, in beginning of 2025, we're going to do a trip with the kids for roughly 6 months around the world.
All right. We ready?
Yeah.
You're so cute. Okay. Can you please tell me your name and your age?
My name's Caden Towsley, and I'm 10 years old.
My name is Tate Towsley, and I'm 11 years old.
My name's Xavier, and I'm 13 years old.
I'm Nia Towsley, and I'm 15 years old.
Aaliyah. What are you most excited about for this trip?
I'm really excited to see historical places. Africa.
Okay, wow.
We're going to Cape Town, aren't we?
Probably the food.
Food, okay. What's one country or place you're really looking forward to visiting and why?
Croatia. Because I want to go cliff jumping.
I love it.
Just one? Vietnam. So ever since I was a little girl, that was like, if I could be Vietnamese, I would be.
Puerto Rico. And Africa. Mostly Africa.
Okay.
Well, I'm excited about Africa because I've heard that we've got a Airbnb where it's like no fence and just like the animals just walk through your backyard. That's what I'm very excited about.
What's a food you can't wait to try on this trip?
Raw turkey. I mean, not ostrich.
I was gonna say.
I know I said
I'm like, we are
turkey.
not having raw turkey.
Anything that contains bread or some sort of gluten or starch, I will eat it.
Or my daughter through and through. Oh,
My
was it a
Nina's
kind
mom,
of
She makes me.
beans?
It's like a
stew?
It's like butter chicken, but even better.
Ooh, I'll have to ask her. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think traveling as a family will be like?
I think in the beginning, it'll be like new. So I feel like everyone's gonna kind of be like freaking out, acclimating. But I feel like it's gonna bring our family closer together because we've never been like other families. You know, we've always been kind of like our own thing. It's just like we kind of just fit in with our family, and it's kind of hard to fit in anywhere else. So I'm very excited to see it bring us closer together.
Okay. What do you think traveling as a family will be like?
Fun but stressful.
Sometimes chaotic, but also enjoyable.
What's one thing you think you'll miss about home?
Family.
Family.
Yeah.
My family, 100%. My friends. I'll miss my friends and my family.
Food. No. I wish we had a dog or something.
It was a really good challenge because I was forced to get the businesses to be prepared. It's been a crazy whirlwind of a year.
On top of homeschooling,
On top of homeschooling,
That
which we
was
are not
like-
homeschoolers.
and I have so much respect for all of you out there who do it so well. They always say the first year is rough, but I feel like every year brings its challenges. So it was a whole new pivot for us, for, you know, me even stepping back with the business to like try to teach, which they'll be fine. I don't know what they learned, but they'll be fine. And now we're taking them on the greatest learning experience they could ever have.
And so really what happened is this thing really organically grew. And at first it was like, okay, this is a trip for our family. But I felt like to get the courage up, I had to talk about it. So let me share it with a few people. And then the more I shared it, the more we thought about it, the more it kind of morphed, and we weren't sure where we were going to go, how we're going to do it. And the more we moved into it, the more people just kept saying, oh my gosh, well, how do we follow you? How do we keep tabs? And oh my gosh, I'd love to learn how you guys are doing this. And so many people had so many different ideas around it, and they wanted to be a part of it. And so we also want to inspire. So we have really a heart for the entrepreneurial marriage and family. And we really, it's interesting because I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of very quote unquote successful people that are extremely wealthy.
Yeah.
And their first comment is always, wow, I wish I could do that. That sounds amazing. And I'm like, always shocked. I'm like, you could do that. And, yes, we have some means, but, it's really more about the planning, the preparation, and getting our family to a position to be able to do this. And really to be able to get the businesses in a position to be able to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we want to inspire and we want to make it realistic. We want to, so we're going to be brutally honest with how much we're spending, where we're going, what our budget is. And
all the cool gadgets I found that will have links, and then you can go and check them out yourself.
Yeah, and you're going to learn from us. I mean, we're going to make mistakes. We're going to learn like, wow, we will not do that again. Maybe that wasn't the best place to go. Maybe we shouldn't have went there first. We'll do our best, and we'll share our raw experience with you all. And we're really excited to see what happens.
Yep. There's no going back now. The tickets are bought. And so welcome along to this journey. And again, this is about inspiring.
But we're excited. We feel like it's time to step out and we want to share all that we're doing. And we're excited. We're obviously excited for our kids. And so we have a couple themes as we go. I mean, one theme is going to be business. We want to connect with entrepreneurs all over the world. And so far we have about 28, 29 countries on our list. We want to connect the cause. So we want to find causes that we can support as a family. We have a couple mission trips planned. We're going to be doing a lot of give backs and just ways we can find to serve as a family. And then finally, we're looking for families to connect with. So we want to have a traditional meal. We want to sit with a family. We want our kids to connect with other kids. And we want to really spend time with families as we travel around. We want our kids to experience other families and other cultures and want them to learn a lot through that. So those are kind of our three focuses. And we are kind of moving a lot, to be able to do what we want. Because we want to get, we could just camp out in a couple places here and there, but we really decided that we wanted to explore and see as much as we can.
And that's our personality. So as you're watching this is Keith and I. This is our speed, and we'd probably be going even faster if it was just both of us. But a little crazy. But we don't want just people to be like, oh my gosh, that's just nuts or crazy, which it kind of is. But like Keith said, to just bring it back around, like we want to inspire you. It could be just for a month, and you pick a couple countries, and you just guidelines about what we're doing. This is not about we're experts. We're not, and we're gonna vulnerably sharing, like he said, all the things to bring you in on this journey. So we're really excited. I do feel a grace over this time of our family being together, having teenagers and preteens, and it's been hard. It's been a very hard season of growth in all of us. So it's really sweet because all of the kids, and you'll get to see them along the way as well. They're really excited to be together. And I think that's what really has been inspiring for me is interviewing them or talking to them separately and kind of hearing that same thread. So welcome to our Towsley en Route adventure. And we hope you comment, we hope you're encouraged and are brave enough to step out.